Eastern brought man coverage heavily throughout the game against Ohio, and their number one response to that was a slot fade with a slant underneath. I diagrammed that 10 times. So here, first play of the game for them on offense, they're taking the shot right here. Love that ball placement. Love the energy, taking a shot when they give you a one-on-one right out of the gate. They're taking another shot. This time, they're using a Yankee concept. So it's a little interesting. They're running this against two high. Usually you want that with the one high, and then you're going to do a post, and you're going to do a dig or over, and you're really just going to go to take the post, to take the over, you just hit the other one, right? Usually when you have two white box, you're just going to run the ball. But here we go. They're taking the shot anyways. Touchdown. Not taking a sack, but they do take an intentional grounding here. Really poor pass protection pickup. We're getting a full slide. Okay, so that's 5. But they're sliding to 4 people. Okay, so you're getting 5 on 4. Tight end, big on big. And either this is just bad coverage from the running back, and he should be coming up, and he just doesn't. I don't know. I thought maybe this was like some read, or you're gonna see if he's in man or if he's blitzing, and then everyone clears, and you hit him here. So maybe that's what they're going for, and this block just gets blown up and in his way. I don't know. I think this is just bad pass pro here. Following the grounding, 2nd and 28 from their own 14. Not even going to be a blitz, but he feels a little bit of pressure. Rolls out, scrambles. He does get 3-4 yards on this, except right here. Watch this block. They're calling for offensive holding right there. So that actually ends up putting him back 2nd and 28 from their own 7. I'm not even going to show it. They get 2 shots. They don't even get close, and so ultimately they have to punt away. Third drive, Ohio finds themselves in a 3rd and 15, do a false start. So they're bringing a shallow cross concept. So if we watch, Ohio's getting depth. Usually you take the drag right there, right? I mean, with all this depth, but they're looking for the 15. I think what's really impressive is they're backed off all the way here. This is a really well layered ball between the linebackers and the safeties. And so here we're getting a corner, getting a quick in and another quick in. What we're going to do is we're actually going to get a little bit of a rub right there to get them open. Here we go, first down. So yeah, so here you go. We're at 1, 1, 1. They're all manned up. Creates natural pick that Ohio leverages. Next play after that, they're going to get a dig as well to the field. So let's watch. Quick check left, comes back, digs open across the middle. It's another big first down. That's 3 plays in a row of 10 plus yards. All right, again, we're getting some more man coverage here. So again, with a slot fade with a slant underneath. Eastern's going to pick this up a little bit differently this time. They're going to double team. So he's going to bail and get some extra coverage. And then when he takes the slant in, the safety's going to drop down and cover him. Okay, so let's watch this 3rd and 5. That's great defense from the safety, getting the stop there. Ohio's being aggressive. They're going to go for it here. And nothing. So it's really good. They're trying to basically a triple option here. So you're going to get tight into the flat. You have a give option and you have a run option, right? So if you watch this, they're crashing in. So you pull the ball, all right? And then linebacker does a good job taking the tight end. Send the quarterbacks in the alley. Safety, back-to-back plays, great safety play. Comes up, he just makes the tackle just short. Great defense from Ohio on that drive. Up until now, Eastern's done a good job with their pass rush, getting pressure on Ohio. Here, they're bringing a nickel blitz. There we go. Throws right into the blitz for yards. Another third down, 3rd and 4. Sometimes what you need is just the check down. Same drive, Eastern brings a light box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on the O-line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then you have to factor in QB run threat. So really they effectively have 7. Okay, so right off the bat, you get 2 double teams right here. Linebacker has to honor the run. Get a massive push. Leads to a big gain on a pretty simple inside zone. 3rd and 1, undeterred by the last time they ran this modern triple option on a 4th and short. They're going to come back to it, motion across, get them into the flat. Triple option concept. But watch the linebackers right here and how aggressively they shift. All right, so that threat, that outside threat, by the time he's at the line of scrimmage, he's covering the flat. But you now have 2 linebackers who have taken themselves out of the play, getting into the alley. And that makes it really easy to get a first down and change. 3rd and 6, we're going to get another concept like it's not quite a slot fade with a slant. So instead, they're going to go from the outside. They're going to get an outside corner. And then they're going to fake the out route like this is a bench concept. Okay, but instead they're going to come here. And it's going to bang back in. And it's essentially the same play, but they're trying to get that fake like they're going out and leave open the middle. All right. Similar to before, though, Eastern does a really good job adjusting here. Safety play. He crashes down on it and stops the first down. Eastern got the stop on 3rd down, but Ohio's going to be aggressive today. They're going to go for it on 4th down again. They're going to motion in. They're looking for a little split zone, get a kick out here. But I want to watch this linebacker on this play, okay? See how far inside he is? And where's the ball go? On the cutback, right up where he vacated. All right. So let's look at the gaps. Somebody has to be right here in that gap. They catch him out of position, first down. Ohio's had a good drive up to this point, looking to close out the second half, tie up the game. They're going to bring a Mills concept. So they're going to go a dig post. Usually what you want this against quarters, and you want to read the safety. Is he in post support? Or is he covering the dig and just hit the opposite one? They don't look like they're in quarters. Looks like maybe a cover 2 variant here. I'll be honest, I don't know why this ball's thrown. With the safeties underneath and this look that they get, you do have to carefully layer it to the linebacker. And I don't deny that that's going to be a tough throw, but you absolutely cannot throw this into the post. Okay, let's take the other look. I mean, you can't throw that. Luckily for Ohio, they actually catch a break here. They get the ball back before half. And so they get around a 30-second drill to go 65 yards. Get a quick Ohio. Clear out on the vertical. And they get this out route. Good 9-yard gain. Stop the clock. Move on. Here they're dialing up a drive concept. But really what they're going to do, they like their matchup on the outside. They're just going to take their shot. And they get out of bounds, stop the clock. Unfortunately, immediate next play, they get a sack. Actually, technically another intentional grounding. They hurry up, spike the ball. That makes it 3rd and 16 from the 39. They're just going to go for a Hail Mary shot here. Buying time. Eat the ball downfield. And somehow they come down with that, tie up the game. But fortunately for Ohio, penalties strike again. Buying time. And lineman creeps a little bit too far downfield. You get 3 yards in college. He's at 3. And he's at 4. He's back to 3. Right in front of the official. They end up bringing this back. Start the 3rd quarter. We're getting another slot fade. with a slant. They get a pretty good rub here. And he picks up the yak. So there you go. Once again, gets just enough pressure and a rub there. Helps open up the window. And then he gets the yak. All right, here, take another shot. Again, with the 101, this man coverage. They're really making Ohio throw the ball here. But again, it's that same matchup that we saw earlier. Great catch by the tight end. Great throw in stride. Eastern brought another nickel blitz here. Unfortunately for Ohio, they're running a bench concept here, and that's the primary read. So he looks. He doesn't even see the blitz until it's too late. He just dumps the ball out. Interestingly enough, though, they do draw a holding penalty here. And also interesting, instead of taking 4th and 4, Eastern elects to accept the penalty, push them back to 3rd and 14, and knock them out of field goal range. So again, penalties taking away scoring opportunities. Now 3rd and 14, they do get another chance to convert the first down. As we can see, though, I mean, that was a horrible pass. But I think also interestingly enough, you have the safety right here working to that side. This is actually a good throw on his body. This is actually a pick. So all around, a holding penalty puts him in a bad spot. They almost make a really bad unforced error here. But then to close the drive off, it looks like they're going for 4th and 14. But we get a QB punt. I always love to see that. It's fun. Next drive, 3rd and 8. Ohio's trying to work to a switch. Like a switch double dig concept here. They get bailed out right here, so this is incomplete. But they end up throwing pass interference on here. I honestly didn't really see much there. I still don't necessarily see it. But you know what? I mean, you've been making penalty mistakes all game. Eventually, you're going to get bailed out by 1, too. Here, I just thought this play was fun, but not that big of an impact on the game. But we're getting it like a jailbreak screen. All right. But the fun part is we're actually also getting a reverse. All right. So, I mean, I love that. Fun play. Add a bit of a mix-up. You don't see that very often. Defense stays home. But these fun plays are really good wrinkles to put in the offense. They're exciting moments to dial up. A few plays later, 4th and half a yard. They're dial up a split zone. So here on the edge, he wants to slip past him and get up here. Okay, I'll work up. And then the edge is going to come around. He's going to get kicked. Okay. Now, Eastern's actually, if you look here, he's getting the kick. But where's the linebacker, right? He's not in the hole that's being kicked open. He's outside it. Easy first down. All right. Looking for another slant underneath. Get some pressure, scramble, work a little magic on the ground. They end up rolling him down at the 1. But great use of his legs. Scramble, keep the play alive when it busts. Here we go. 2nd and goal from the 1. More inside zone. Touchdown, right? So we're getting wins 1-on-1. Okay, they're going to double up to him. He's technically a read. So you've got this gap filled at the point. Got this gap and this gap. Technically, he's not really in either gap. He's just taking down the guard. But what do you need? You need to fill these gaps. Okay, and where are they? Taking the steps out of position. Gap integrity falls. Touchdown. Drive number 8. We're getting essentially another Yankee concept, though you don't really see it run with 2 digs. Usually this is really just a 2 receiver deep concept, but I think this is still ultimately in spirit a Yankee concept. So we're getting the play action right here. Yep, we're getting play action. And then we'll show it from the other angle. But when we talk about that, where is the safety? There is no safety. They vacated. Leaves it wide open. All right, so if we watch from here, where's the safety? I mean, they're basically, looks like zero, just wide open for the post. A couple plays later, 14-yard line, pocket breaks down, roll out, extend the play. Find him in the back is the end zone for a touchdown. So what I really like is from the alt angle. Two things. One, rolling out of the pocket, but two, look at this awareness. He's not even looking at the time he rolls out. He already knows what's happening. He sees it collapse. And then he's wide open. Amazing awareness to see what's happening in the pocket. Know your quarterback's about to bail out and get a touchdown. That's a really smart IQ play right there. Facing a 3 and out, we're going to get another one of these slant slot fades. We're also going to get an inside slant as well. So if we watch it here, okay, we're still getting man. There's no exchange with a safety over the top to jump it. But what we do get is this rat player in the middle of the field. Just like the safety, he knows it's coming. He gets the stop at the 1 yard short of the first down. In addition to the penalties that have really put Ohio behind where they should be in this game a few times, they also just couldn't get it right in the special teams game. They attempted 1 field goal on the day, and, I mean, geez, just wide left. I thought for sure this was blocked, but I don't see a block. Officially, it was not recorded as a block. You just can't win. Looking to seal the game with a 4-minute drill, up 7. Just another standard inside zone read, but here, keeper for 33 yards. What happens here? Great push by the O-line. You see as he elevates up to the linebacker, who notably is not scraping, so the defensive end cannot crash. Plays really tight. As he's playing tight, pull it, and you're off to the races. So what happens, though, is now that you've had a really big gain, a couple plays later, you can get a big gain just off the give. The key right here, look how wide he is at the snap. The threat of the run is keeping him wide. And, I mean, he's just running right up the backside. This is just a cutback. And if he is playing further in, this is, maybe 2 yards tops. We can talk X's and O's all you want, but at the end of the day, it's also the Jimmies and Joes here. I mean, no scheme notes. This is just Ohio getting a push and then a second push and having that determination to get in the end zone. Great play by the O-line and effort by the running back. No better formation to end the game when you're coming from behind than to kneel the ball out. Victory formation. Overall, rough game for Ohio in a game that they should have won more easily. They had 3 drives ruined by penalties. They had a very bad interception kill a drive that was otherwise moving down the field successfully. They were gifted a really great opportunity in their opponent's red zone on a fumble that they then threw away with a special teams error, missed field goal. Credit to Eastern, they did make some good adjustments, especially on those the slot fades with slants that they really like to attack them with. So they did make some good adjustments. To Eastern's credit, 2 of the drives were stopped by good defense. But hey, end of the day, you needed 4 touchdowns to win. You got your 4 touchdowns. Ohio definitely needs to clean up the penalties in particular. Looks like they're averaging 7.6 penalties per game. That's the worst in the MAC and 114th in the country. They really got to clean that up. Without the penalties today all over the place, I mean, it's not even close. But otherwise, you know what? You get to walk out of Ypsilanti with a win. You're taking the win.